Good morning all, and welcome to our trade alerts update for Wednesday the 10th of March. And we'll start with the ASX, and currently we are waiting for a trend short, which looks like it's not that far off. We'll go over the last trade on it. We were looking for long. We got our pullback and we were in out there, stop below that swing, say 35, just got to the 1-for-1 target, back to the 4 hour and wait for our trend change. Hang Seng, we were short from there, MA's crossed. We got a pullback, deep enough pullback from there, so we're looking for an entry from there on. First entry was too far from the moving average, so we then wait for the second signal to enter, which we didn't get until here, and nice and close and below the MA when we're looking short, so that was valid entry. Stop there, 40.59. 1-for-1 target hit there, and as you can see, it did move on to do quite a bit more. Experienced traders can take it a second time, but beginners recommend definitely only taking it the first and 1-for-1. So nothing more, waiting for longs now. Nikkei, we are waiting for a pullback to get long, which isn't too far off if it doesn't just move up from here. And the trade prior was selling from this point. Got our first pullback, first signal entry. Too far from the MA and moved too far down before coming back to the MA. So personally, not for me. Wait for a better entry, which we got our second entry in here. Got our entry right on the MA. Stop above the swing high. So around 50. Easily got your 1-for-1 target. For hour, we've now got a trend changing long and are waiting for a pullback that, like I said, isn't too far off. CAC, we're still waiting for our trend to change. Last trade was for the longs from this point where our MA crossed. We didn't get a deep enough pullback till maybe there. Got your entry there. actually stopped out on that first entry. So then we wait for our second entry. If we are stopped out, you can take it the second time, which we were given one there. That's all okay. 62 stop, we never got stopped out, and got 1 for 1 there. And so waiting for a trend to change short now. DAX, we were buying. From this point, we did get a deep enough pullback. We were in the trade from there, above the MA, close to the MA, stop below, and unfortunately that one did stop us out. So we wait for our second entry, which we were given here, above our MA, stopped below that swing, so we came close to being stopped a second time but didn't, and quite comfortably then moved on to do, well, more than 2, maybe even close to 3 to 1. So now waiting for trend change short. FTSE, we were also buying from that point. Had a pullback, and then the entry signal was here, which was way too far from the MAs to enter there. You did then get a pullback to the MAs. You could have entered with a touch of that MA, stop below that swing, 75, and you got your 1 for 1 there. Now waiting for it to change short. Dow, on the 4 hour we were looking for shorts, got our pullback, went to our 1 hour for entry. Now this is where I sent an alert out, and I've actually made a mistake, and we have taken a loss on this. But if you look, I entered it short there, and the trade states that for a short you must be below the MA, close below the MA, and as you can clearly see there, we were still above it, so that's my error, and unfortunately we were actually stopped out. As you can see, that it's bounced off the MAs and moved straight up, and then trend has actually changed to long, so we're looking for a pullback, which we've got, and now just waiting for an entry signal long. Nasdaq, we hit our target selling, so we were looking for MA's cross, looking to sell from here. Got our first pullback and entry there, nice and close to the MA, closed below the MA selling, so that's all good to go, unlike where I made the mistake on the Dow. Stop above the swing high, 242, just cleared our 1 for 1 target. Trend has now changed long, currently, so we are now waiting for a pullback and then an entry to get long. And the S&P, we were selling. Pullback. Got our entry signal not valid as above the MA. Wait for our second. So we're given an entry here. The close was below the MA, but we got to pull back to the MA to actually get our entry. Stop above that swing high. And we've clearly, without being breached, moved down to target. And so now waiting for the trend to change long, which it isn't actually too far off. Could be in the next hour or so. Then we need to wait for pullback and entry. And that's it for today. Thank you.